2 days ago, Anthropic shipped Claude Opus 4.7. The headlines exploded, the benchmarks looked insane, and then the real users got their hands on it. So I went deep, Reddit, Hacker News, every leaked document, every benchmark. And what I found is way more interesting than what Anthropic told you. There's the model they're selling you, and then there's the one they're hiding. Let's get into it. April 16, 2026. Anthropic drops Opus 4.7 with one big claim. This is now the most powerful generally available AI model on the planet. Same price as Opus 4.6. $5 per million input tokens, 25 per million output. Available everywhere. Direct API, Bedrock, Vertex, Microsoft Foundry. New features stacked on top. Extra high effort mode, an ultra review command for code review. Vision that handles 3 times bigger images. On paper, this is a clean upgrade. Now look at the benchmarks. SWE-bench verified. That's the gold standard for real-world coding. Opus 4.6 was at 80.8%. Opus 4.7 jumps to 87.6%. SWE-bench Pro goes from 53 to 64%. Cursor Bench from 58 to 70. They beat GPT 5.4. They beat Gemini 3.1 Pro. On reasoning, all 3 models score within 0.2% of each other. Anthropic's claim, quote, Opus 4.7 narrowly retakes the lead for the most powerful generally available LLM. That's a real win. Don't let anyone tell you it isn't. Then the publicity machine fired up. Replit's president, quote, easy upgrade decision. Same quality at lower cost. Notion AI lead, 14% better at fewer tokens, 1/3 the tool errors. Rakuten, 3 times more production tasks resolved than Opus 4.6. XBOW security, 98% on visual benchmarks versus 54% for the old model. Every partner blog, every cloud announcement, AWS, Google, Microsoft, all hit publish at the same hour. Coordinated, polished, perfect. And here's the move nobody is talking about. 2 days before Opus 4.7 dropped, Anthropic shipped Routines. This is the bigger story. Routines lets you schedule Claude code to run on Anthropic's cloud. Your laptop closed, your Mac in another time zone, doesn't matter. Triggered by cron schedules, GitHub events, or webhooks. With native connectors for Slack, Linear, Google Drive, GitHub. Free on Pro, 5 runs a day, 15 on Max, 25 on Enterprise. This is the always-on AI agent everyone has been asking for since GPT-4 dropped, and Anthropic buried it under the Opus 4.7 launch. And Dario, Anthropic's CEO, framed it like this in the launch, quote, we've delivered the most capable Opus yet, with substantial gains in agentic coding and real-world tasks. End quote. Sounds great, until you open Reddit. Within 12 hours, the Claude AI subreddit is on fire. The top complaint? Tokens. Buried in Anthropic's own migration notes. Opus 4.7 ships with a new tokenizer. The same exact text now consumes up to 35% more input tokens. Same price per token. 35% more tokens per request. Decrypt called it a token-eating machine in their headline. One Reddit user wrote, same pricing, 4.7 over 4.6, but it feels like we got smart 4.6 back with the new higher token usage. That's not a price cut, that's a stealth price hike. And Max subscribers paying $200 a month, they're hitting weekly caps after a handful of prompts. That didn't happen on 4.6. Then the long context regression. There's a benchmark called MRCR. It tests how well a model recalls information buried deep in a long document. Legal review, financial filings, research papers. This is the benchmark that matters for serious work. Opus 4.6 scored 78.3%. Opus 4.7 scored 32.2%. Read that again. Not a small dip, a collapse, 46 points lost. If you use Claude for anything involving long documents, this is not an upgrade. This is a downgrade hidden inside an upgrade announcement. And it gets worse. Extended thinking? Gone. Renamed to adaptive thinking, where Claude decides how much to think for you. Sounds friendly until you realize, if you try to set a custom thinking budget on the API, you now get a 400 error. power users lost manual control overnight. A Medium article literally titled itself, Claude Opus 4.7 is a huge pile of trash. Matt Brunel's blog post, The Claude coding vibes are getting worse, hit the front page of Hacker News. Axios ran the headline, Anthropic's AI downgrades stings power users. 2 days. That's how long it took for the story to flip. So here's my honest take after going through all of it. If you're a developer doing focused coding tasks, Opus 4.7 is genuinely better. The SWE-bench numbers are real. Cursor users are reporting cleaner diffs and fewer retries. The Ultra Review command is actually useful. But if your workflow involves long documents, deep retrieval, or you depend on extended thinking, you should probably stay on 4.6 or wait for 4.8. And if you're a Max subscriber who burns through prompts, that stealth tokenizer change is going to hurt your wallet. This is not a bad model. It is a model with a marketing problem. But here's where it gets wild. 11 days before Opus 4.7 launched, Anthropic quietly released something else. It's called Claude Mythos Preview, and you cannot use it. Mythos scores 93.9% on SWE-bench verified, 6 points higher than Opus 4.7. It scored 97.6 on the USAMO 2026 Math Olympiad. According to the AISI evaluation, it can autonomously discover and chain zero-day exploits across every major operating system and browser. Anthropic's own words, too dangerous for general release, so they locked it behind something called Project Glasswing, an invitation-only consortium of Amazon, Apple, Google, Cisco, Microsoft, NVIDIA, and JP Morgan. It was first discovered through a CMS leak on March 26th. Anthropic confirmed it 8 days later. The model that retook the lead from GPT 5.4? That's not Opus 4.7, that's Mythos, and the public is being shown the silver medal. Dario's framing on Mythos, quote, its capabilities represent a step change. We have an obligation to deploy it carefully. End quote. Translation: the strongest model Anthropic has ever built is sitting in a vault, accessible to $7 trillion companies, and locked away from everybody else. Whether that's responsible safety or competitive moat depends entirely on who you ask. So my final verdict, 3 buckets. If you're a serious coder who lives in Cursor or Claude code, upgrade to 4.7 today. The gains are real. The bugs will get patched. This is your best tool. If you're a knowledge worker doing deep document analysis or long context work, stay on 4.6 or test Gemini 3.1 Pro for that workflow specifically. And if you're a researcher or enterprise security team, apply for Project Glasswing Access. Mythos is the actual frontier right now, and the gap between what Anthropic ships publicly and what they ship privately just got bigger. The honest summary, Opus 4.7 is a real upgrade with real regressions, and the most important AI release of April 2026 wasn't even Opus 4.7. It was Mythos. If this saved you a week of trial and error, hit subscribe. I'm applying for Project Glasswing Access right now, and the next video is going to be a full breakdown of what Mythos can actually do. See you in the next one.